The Public Funds Investment Act training presented by TAGD will be a live webinar. This means that you'll need a computer with internet access. This training requires attention and participation and cannot be done over the phone. You should have received a confirmation email from GoToWebinar that looks like this. When it's time to start the training, click Join Webinar. A new tab will open with the GoToWebinar opener. Follow the steps provided on that page to launch the webinar software. It will be just one click away if you've already used GoToWebinar or GoToMeeting before. Otherwise, you might have to install the software, which should only take a minute or two.
Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an attendee in listen-only mode.
The webinar window will launch as well as a control panel. All attendees will be muted unless TAGD staff unmutes you. Your camera will not be shown at any time. First, check your audio settings. If you're using a computer with speakers and microphone capabilities, you can use computer audio and no further action is needed. If your computer does not have speakers or a microphone, you'll want to join by phone audio so that you can hear the presentation and be heard if you have a question later. Use of phone audio is just for the audio. You'll still need to utilize your computer to view the screen and participate in the training. To use phone audio, you will click Phone Call in the control panel and dial the given phone number, enter the access code, and the audio PIN. I'll click back to computer audio since that's what most people will be using.
Welcome to the webinar. You have entered as an attendee in listen-only mode.
Now let's go over the screen and control panel. Over here in this window to the left is where the slides and other educational materials will be shown. You can change the size of it to fit your needs, make it full screen, or minimize it. This over here on the right is the control panel. This is where you found your audio settings and can return to those anytime. You'll also see tabs for attendees, handouts, and questions. You can click the Attendees tab to see who else has joined you in this training. The Handouts tab will have links to a few of the training documents if you'd like to download them, but don't worry, they will all be shown on the screen and be made available to you after the training. You can click on the triangle to minimize any of these tabs or expand them anytime. The Questions tab is where you'll see any announcements or links from the presenter or TAGD staff throughout the meeting. You can also use this function to ask questions during the presentation, which we'll go over in a minute. This control panel can be minimized by clicking on the orange arrow. To make the control panel bigger to access these tabs again, just click on the orange arrow again to expand it to its original size. Whether the control panel is minimized or expanded, there will be shortcut buttons to show if you are muted or unmuted, extend to full screen, and a button to raise and lower your hand. Throughout the training course, we encourage participants to ask questions. Simply open the Questions tab of your control panel and type in a question. Hit Enter or click Send to submit your question. Questions will be sent directly to TAGD staff and the presenter and will be addressed by the speaker in a timely manner. Please keep in mind that this is not a chat function and other attendees will not see your submissions. Utilizing the polling function to track participants' understanding and add a little bit of fun. When a poll is launched, it will pop up on your screen like this. We'll leave it open for a minute or so to allow all participants time to select an answer. Select an option and click Submit to submit your answer. Results will be recorded and can be immediately shared with attendees. By participating in the polls and attending the full training course, you will be awarded a certificate of completion. Thank you for bearing with us as we navigate these new circumstances. If you have any other technical questions about participating in the TAGD Public Funds Investment Act training, you can contact Julia Stanford by calling 512-596-3101 or emailing julia@texasgroundwater.org.